I see you are here, which means you have jumped on the Warframe train. From the Warframe community, we are happy to have you here. Whether you're here from Destiny 2 or just trying a different game out from your norm, I'll give you some tips for starting out on your Warframe adventure, starting with Warframes to pick from. The first Warframe we're going to go with is Excalibur. He is a melee-focused DPS frame whose abilities play into his want to use a melee weapon by blinding nearby enemies, even summoning his own weapon called Exalted Blade. There are a few Warframes who have their own unique weapons that are built into their kit. These are known as Exalted Weapons. Excalibur is an all-around just DPS frame. His slash dash is just a way to move quick from enemy to enemy and deal powerful Exalted Blade slashes. Radial Blind, like I said earlier, he blinds nearby enemies. Radial Javelin, he just impales nearby enemies, dealing damage. And then Exalted Blade, like I mentioned, this is his exalted weapon. He summons it out and just goes on a melee tear. If you like melee focused combat, Excalibur is good for you. The next Warframe we're going to look at is going to be Mag. Mag is a casting and weapon frame. She does not get her own exalted weapon, however she does come with the ability to push and pull her enemies with the power of magnetism. She also can strip away defenses. This is referred to in-game as armor stripping, making the enemies easier to kill. She also uses a skill that allows her to absorb incoming ranged attacks, leading to better survivability. If you like just controlling the battlefield and keeping enemies from not moving and keeping their weapons from not hitting you, this is going to be the frame for you. Up next is Volt. Volt is the go fast boy of Destiny. He makes your team go faster, makes yourself go faster. He uses electricity to defeat enemies, and he's mainly a casting frame who is used to nuke wide areas with his fourth ability. He can also use an electric shield that blocks all incoming damage from the front, and he moves at high rate of speed. If you like going fast and just being able to massacre big rooms with little effort, Volt's going to be the one for you. Now, after hearing all three of those, it doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all good frames. They can all be used in a variety of situations. If I had to direct you to one, it would be Volt. He has a lot of very good in-game uses that are very niche, certain things. The second one I would recommend would be Mag. Last would be Excalibur. Mag is a very good frame for protecting points, pulling enemies to you so you can just absolute massacre them, and just keeping on with the general feel of just controlling the battlefield. Excalibur is probably the least useful in mass murder when it comes to the game. Though he is good in single target damage, especially using his Exalted Blade, he lacks the ability for mass map control like Volt and Mag do have. But my overall opinion, go with Volt as your starter, and then work your way to unlocking the other two as you go along, because there is a way to unlock them pretty early. Next up, we're going to talk about Mastery Rank. Up here in the top left, you can see that I'm MR22. Little blue bar under it shows how much experience I've got. The max rank is MR30, or Mastery Rank 30. Anything over that goes into what's known as Legendary ranks, and as of the recording of this video, the max Legend rank is 4. Your goal as a new 10-0 is to make it MR16. At this level, there's no longer a cap on weapons that you can use, as many are locked behind certain MR levels. As you can see, there is a show profile button. Goes into more roundabout of how much experience I've gained from Warframes, weapons, and the such. Unfortunately, if I click the button, it goes into a screen that has possible spoilers. And like I said before, I don't want to give away spoilers to new players. So moving on, how do you level up your MR? Well, there's a handful of ways to do that. And as you can see, I've got a couple of different weapons included right here. And if I go to my equipment, we can look at them here. So, what are the ways to level up your MR? 1, level up your Warframes. As you can see, I have a handful. Each Warframe you level up gives you 6,000 experience toward Mastery rank. Each weapon gives you 3,000. I'm not 100% on the companion weapons, and how much they give. So, that'll probably be in a different video when I actually go into talking about companion weapons, how to get them, and what they're useful for. That'll probably be my next video I make. So one of the ways is complete the star chart. I'll be talking about that immediately following this section. Each node you finish in the star chart gives you MR. Each junction you finish in the star chart gives you MR. And a lot of the missions and quests that you complete also give you MR. All of these are things I will tell you how to get to and how to work on them in the next coming sections of the video. The biggest thing about MR is once you level up, you will get a notification up here in the top right of the screen saying that you have a Warframe or you have a Mastery rank upgrade test. When you go to that test, there's a practice section. Unfortunately, I can't show you, and I was not smart enough in advance to record me actually picking the practice section. But on the screen, there's a section to click practice. Practice it until you can finish it flawlessly. Because if not, you're going to have to wait 24 hours before you can do it again. So practice, 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 and then take the test. Once you do that, you'll rank up. The next section we're going to go to is going to be Navigation tab, Star Chart, and Junctions. I'm just going to click the button, click on my navigation, and now we're sitting in the Star Chart. A lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh my god, there's a lot. And there is. Your first goal in the Star Chart is to make it to Mars. Now, how you do that is you click in and you follow the trail. You can beeline straight to this junction up here to go to Mars. I would highly suggest doing every node on a planet before moving on. Because as somebody who just blew through the star chart, I had to go back and suffer redoing quests and nodes on each planet that I skipped. And that was a big pain to go back and do. So once you get to junctions, you'll see, hey, complete this quest. That's how you unlock it. And collect 250 Rubio emissions. So it actually tells you right here, it's a resource that can be found in missions on Earth. And complete the Mercury Junction and visit the Codex in your orbiter. So you'll have to complete the Mercury Junction. Right here. Where'd it go? Right here. And it'll tell you again, defeat the Jackal, complete 10 wave into defense on this tile set, and then complete quest Vox Solaris, which is speak to Unico and Fortuna. It's just one of the open world areas. I will get into open worlds on the next video. So, complete Earth, go down to Venus, unlock that, go over to Mercury, go ahead and knock it out since you got it unlocked, and then go over to Mars. Once you get to Mars, it's pretty linear, and just follow the trail. And you see the lines that come off each. So like Pluto goes to Eris, or goes to Sedena. And then you go over to the Void, which will bring you back to Phobos. So it's linear, but also has a little bit of a loop. Junctions are boss battles. And what I'll do is, just for some giggles, I will go in and kind of show you what a boss battle looks like. Granted, I'm about to blow through this because I'm well over leveled. But I want to show y'all what this looks like and what to expect when you go in. This will be like the most of spoilers I give out. So you come in and you confront a Spectre. These Spectres are other Warframes. Now, granted, he's level 10, I'm about to just one-tap him. But this is how you move on from planet to planet. After junctions, star chart, navigation, there's modding. This is the most terrifying part of being a new player. So if you come down in your order and click on mods right here, you can see I have a ton of mods, and this is what gets people overwhelmed, because there is a lot. So the thing I can say, do not worry about trying to figure out what all of these do up here. You don't need it early game. It is a late game option that you will learn over time. What I can tell you is to put mods on your frame. And I'm going to go over here and just go to a different thing. So like, I went over to my Vault, who doesn't really have anything on him.
Welcome.
Let me hit actions and go to auto install.
Cut down the and make the Lotus proud.
And what that does is it auto installs mods to allow me to keep moving without having to understand the intricacies of the modding system. I will be making a video that goes into more depth on modding, but for a new player, auto install will get you all the way through the star chart. That's what I did to make it my way through. Now, if halfway through you feel like you've got a good understanding, you've fiddled with it a little bit, you found somebody else's video and watched them, and you want to go to make your own, go for it. But if you feel overwhelmed about trying to make your own, actions down at the bottom, auto install. And that will get you all the way through the baseline star chart. And some of the Steel Path star chart, which is what comes after the normal star chart. So you run through the star chart twice. While I'm in this screen, well, let's talk about the next thing on the list. It's going to be our arsenal. So, if you click to go to your menu, go to equipment, go to arsenal, it takes you here. If you want to walk to it, you just walk down here to the back and click arsenal. This is where you select your warframe, select your weapons, select, all the above. Your companions, your gear wheel, everything. So you just hit swap, go find who you need. I'll just click on one I haven't leveled up at all. I'll do Chroma. Now I'll click upgrade. I have no mods. This is going back into the previous section. Since I haven't upgraded him at all, I'm not going to worry about trying to build a Chroma. I'm just going to hit actions, hit auto install, and then I'm going to move on to level him up, because there's no point in trying to make a build if I don't have him leveled. So we'll move on with that. And then you move down to your weapons. You just go find any of the weapons you want, equip it, and keep moving. The same thing applies for weapons as it does for Warframe. So I'll go to Spira, hit upgrade, actions, auto install. Now my weapon does more damage. And as you play missions, you will get mods. So after each mission, if you've picked up mods, just come to your weapon or your Warframe you have equipped at the time, click actions, auto install. If you've got mods that can be added, add them. Keep moving, just to make your life a little bit easier. Next, we're going to move on to the market. Granted, this is where a lot of people mess up, and I'm going to show you how not to mess up when you're dealing with the market. So the market, if you want to just walk to it, it's up top, but you can also go in your menu and hit market. But I'm going to walk to it and show you exactly where it is. So it's just right here, right to the right, the front of your orbiter. A lot of people mess up when they come in because they see all this platinum and that they can just buy things. So I'm going to hit weapons. So all these weapons cost platinum, which is a premium currency you buy with actual real life money. What this game doesn't really tell you is there's these filters. You can click hide on and hide items without blueprint. If you've mastered things, you can hit hide mastered as well, which mastered just means you've got it to level 30. So anything that is left after clicking all of those filters, it still shows platinum. But if you click on it, you can go down here and buy the platinum for actual credits, which is what you earn in-game just for play. This is the easiest way to round out your I'm missing weapons and I need to level some weapons to get to my next mastery rank. All of these weapons are weapons I can buy the blueprint with just regular in-game currency. If I actually click off hide master, the list goes up a little bit bigger. If I click off hide owned, you can actually see how big this list actually is on what you can just come in and buy for credits. And not only does it work this way for weapons, it works this way for Warframes as well. So I'm going to click off hide on, hide master, just so I can show. And then you can come in and buy blueprints for so many Warframes. Now going in and actually like getting the other parts you can't buy here. You have to go grind those out. But this is the biggest thing that most people don't know about the market. It's not really told, and a lot of people just look at the market and go, oh god, everything costs real world money. It doesn't. A lot of this game, actually all of this game, can be done without a single bit of real world money. You have to grind a little bit more, yes, but you don't have to spend money on this game. And the game does give you platinum from time to time, and there is ways to earn platinum in game. Now, earning platinum in game goes into a little bit more in depth to in game, so that'd be a later video I'll talk about. But the little bit of platinum it gives you off the start, and this is just going to be a tip that I wasn't going to include in this video. It gives you platinum. Don't spend it on frames. Don't spend it on weapons. Spend it on Warframe slots or weapon slots. If I just click slots, you come down here. You can buy a Warframe slot for 20, a weapon slot for 12. And what this will give you 2 weapon slots or 1 Warframe slot. This is what I suggest using your platinum on. because you only have a set amount of slots off the start. Next, we're going to move right on over to the Codex, right over here. This is where it's going to show you all of the quests you need to get done. So as you can see, I'm MR22, and I still haven't finished every quest it gave me. I haven't completed this one, and I haven't completed this one. The only reason I haven't completed them is I just haven't felt like it. But all the others done. The next one over is going to be Universe. This is where you're going to go to want to find out anything in the game. So if I want to figure out Warframes, I can go here and I can read up what they are, what they're about, and look at their passives and abilities. And as you can see, there's a lot. I think it's 57 Warframes. Could be wrong. I'm going off the top of my head. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I want to say 57. The next one is going to be Laverian. I suck at saying things. This is just lore. Just lore on all of these. Next, going to be training. This is one I would actually suggest taking a little bit of time and going into. So it's going to take you through the basics. Hey, here's how you move. Here's how you guide your strikes. Here's how you do the basics of the game. Then you get into the advanced movements, which is, hey, here's how to do it. And there's a tutorial you can go play. You can get into advanced melee settings, which will also run you through on how to do certain things in the game that aren't always told to you. That's why I say take 30 minutes, run through all of these. It even gives you a little bit with upgrades and mods, crafting and foundry. And a big one that a lot of people don't want to get into early is damage. That's because damage is complicated in this game, and understanding the damage is definitely not something you should be worried about as a brand new Tenno. Again, just like a lot of other things, that is a more advanced thing that will come in a later video. And then you have missions. This is going to go through and explain every mission type in the game. An assassination is essentially you're going to find one boss and kill the boss. Capture, you're going through to find a target and capture that one target. Defense, you're defending an objective for 5, 10, 15, 20 rounds. A lot of it is dependent upon how long you want to stay, and so on and so forth. This will tell you how to do all of them. And then the very last thing I want to talk about is going to be the Warframe Wiki. This is your friend. You will love this thing, and it will tell you where everything is that you need in the game. So if you're having a problem on a quest, you come to the wiki and find it. Trying to think of a quest a lot of people have problems with. We're just gonna do... I don't want to click on any of these because I don't want to spoil things. We'll do Vor's Prize, since that's the very first quest you get into in the game. And it's one that's literally the intro quest. So, it goes through how to do it all, the walkthrough, the notes, trivia, all the above. But this is... I'm stuck. I don't know what to do next. It will tell you where to go. That is all. That's all I got for this video. If this video helped you in any way, consider subscribing, giving a like, commenting what helped you the most down below. If there's something I missed that you're confused about, add the comment. I'll throw it into my next video I make. But if this has helped you in any way, let me know. It gives me the drive to make more of these videos, because my whole goal is to help new Tenno, returning Tenno, just to be able to get back into the game. It's a lot. It's 10 years worth of content. So, as someone who's just getting started in his content creation career, as far as like making videos and not just streaming, it'll let me know a lot how you like it and what I can improve on in the future. As always, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll put my Twitch link down in the bottom because we're helping new Tenno on stream every day we stream. So I will catch you next time on the next video, which will be beginner tips part 2. Have a good one. Reaper out.